It's Arnold Week here on After Hours with the Whack Pack.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
I love it.
And as John said, it's Arnold Week here at After Hours with the Whack Pack. Of course, I'm Dave Palumbo, joined by the pack. A little extension of the pack today. We got Leo joining us.
What's up?
Thanks for coming back, Mr. Meyerhofer.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having
Live
me,
from Venice, California. So you're our Venice correspondent, okay?
My old stomping grounds.
Okay.
Any homeless people outside your house?
No. Do you know what? There was one homeless person in 2 years, and one morning I opened the door.
Yeah.
And it's like second floor, and in front of the door, on the doorstep, on my doormat, is this homeless guy who shit himself and is sleeping in his shit. And my wife was like super scared. The next few weeks, I had to always escort her out when she was driving.
Holy man! Right on your doorstep?
Yeah, and I had to kick the guy out.
Was his name Greg Valentino?
Yes, it was.
You shit on Leo's porch?
I would have shit right on his porch.
Where do you live in Venice? Because I used to train in Venice. So how far are you from? Are you walking distance to the gym?
Yeah, like 20 minutes, like 1 mile, like right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I used to live on Vernon Avenue, literally around the corner from Gold's.
So do you ride your bike? You ride a bike? You ride your bike to the gym, or what do you do?
Yeah, I have a Super 73. It's like a e-motor bike. Goes like 32 miles an hour.
He's got a mongoose. Yeah. You remember mongooses back when when John used to jump on? You used to jump ramps. You made ramps and you jumped.
Dinos and mongooses. Yeah, those bikes. Yeah. No, he has a motorbike.
There's so much traffic here, and when you have a bike like that, you can always go on the side and say,
right.
You guys are standing in line. I'm just going.
I don't blame you. I would drive one too.
Yeah,
there's no point in having a car driving around there.
No,
I'm always the same. Like it takes me the same time everywhere. It doesn't matter. If you're a car, it could be 20 minutes, could be 40 minutes. For me, it's always the same.
Well, you know what? Arnold even rides a bike to the gym. So
I know, yeah.
Preferred.
You ever get an accident on one of those things?
By the way, the rumor's true. The Ferrari I bought was with all the tip money that we get on this show. So just letting you guys know.
Yeah,
I bet Lee Priest feels bad now.
So can I come down there and borrow it and shit?
I didn't really buy the Ferrari. It was a joke, but I did put a down payment on my house with the tips. So on the new house. So
what do you mean, a new house?
PayPal me.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh. I did steal the tips. I didn't spend them. They only amounted to about $200. So
yeah, exactly.
Greg feels every penny of that.
Yes, I do.
Greg, by the way, Greg is committed to going back to Alabama.
No,
he 21st. He was one of the first people to commit. I will say that.
You're going on a boat.
We're not going on a boat.
I might go train.
Jimmy the Bull committed.
Actually, Jimmy was Harvard, Alabama.
Jimmy the Bull was the first person to commit. Greg committed second. Then John kind of committed after that. And Lee Priest is non-committal. He said he can't go. So
why?
I don't know.
because he lives over there, and if he's not going to be in the States, he's not going to come from. It's too much of a ride and shit.
I guess he had a thing.
That's a-
He had like a.
What do you guys want to go?
That's a vicious
I'll go.
trip.
You want to go? I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to go. I know
All right.
the people there. They're good people.
yeah, I'll talk to Michelle. You want to go, Larry?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right.
All right.
You want to go, Armand? Are you do anything that weekend?
Yeah. What is it, Dave?
June 21st.
Yeah. If they take care of they take everything. Yeah, I'm
The
down.
only requirement is that we do the seminar drunk.
Isn't that Junior Nationals? I think that weekend is Junior Nationals. If someone has clients, they might think it over.
I don't know. It's June
Yeah.
21st. That's all I know.
I'm down.
All right. I'll tell Michelle.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could replace you guys because Lee Priest was an expensive
Oh,
ticket. So,
I can't make it June 21st. I'm sorry. I'll tell you about it later.
oh, all right.
That's that day.
You're not going to jail, are you, on that day?
That's sentencing day. No,
Is that the sentencing day? Yeah.
just so everybody knows that.
Surrender date.
Let me just announce it. They dismissed the death resulting in. Thank you very much, trolls. Go fuck yourselves. There was
What
no death resulting in.
What?
They-
What did they dismiss?
Back up.
Explain it again.
What
The
happened?
government has dismissed the death resulting in charge. There was never a death resulting from this.
So the murder charge is gone, basically.
Yes.
There's
Well,
a
that's
distribution,
good. So now what are they
distribution
charging you
charge
with?
still that he has to deal with. Yeah.
It'll
Wait,
be-
yeah. What's
it'll
the
be-
rest of it?
It'll be distribution is what the charge is now, and there's still a possibility I may be able to fight that too, because as it seems, there's a lot of things wrong with the lab.
Isn't ibogaine legal?
Yes,
Now
now it is.
now it's-
There.
No. It's Colorado has decriminalized it, but it's not legal.
I
It
think
wasn't
Oregon-
legal when
Oregon
when
might
the
be
thing
okay,
went
right?
down. That's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
Anyway,
the hell is Ibogaine?
I mean, what is the sentencing on that? What is the
the,
that?
the guidelines, or which the
All
judge
over the
doesn't
place.
have to follow, it's like 0 to 7 months home incarceration. So it could be nothing. It could be probation, or it could be up to 7 months of house arrest.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh.
Is house arrest.
the death charge is gone though. That's
Oh,
Yeah, you don't
So
want to have
that-
you don't want to have a death a death
yeah.
conviction on
Well,
your
there's-
no,
that's great.
no.
There's no,
Especially
no
if you make
prison.
a living giving people recommending what people take.
It's still in question whether the lab actually identified Ibogaine or not. And if they didn't, then the whole case will be dismissed. But if it is Ibogaine, even 1 nanogram is Ibogaine.
But
You
what
should-
is
you guys
Ibogaine? What
can-
is
No prison
Wait,
though, at least,
You
right?
guys
You-
can watch the Chris Bell has a little short docu on Ibogaine. He took it himself.
Yeah, I'm in
and
it.
He took
He's
it
in
to
it.
kind of
I'm in it.
reset his depressions.
Amin did it for him.
Yeah.
That's he was there.
Oh, see?
No, I was on the phone while.
Oh, you were on the phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he was out
I
there.
did it twice, and then I know all about it too. So
On my podcast, we talked on it. We talked about it, Chris Bell and I.
Yeah.
And that got me, that one reel from that podcast, because of Ibogaine, got me blocked on Instagram and restricted for like 90 months and
Wow.
365 days of no going live. Thank you.
Really?
Ibogaine.
So
Blocked
what
it.
did you get blocked for? Saying Ibogaine you got blocked for?
No, he said it's a miracle drug and it's great. And they were like, "Oh, you're promoting the sale of."
All right. Well,
illegal
don't talk
drugs."
about it then on my show. Okay.
It's total crap. No one can
Don't
say
talk about it
here.
on my show then.
No one can say it's crap.
I think YouTube is fine. YouTube's fine, but Instagram and TikTok
Yeah.
are weird about that.
Amita, what is it classified as?
It's a Schedule 1 drug.
Experimental.
So it's not even a prescription.
No. Schedule 1's the worst. That's
That's like
you put
GHB.
marijuana's in Schedule 1, believe it or not. But
It's the worst.
You know
Marijuana
what,
in
you
there.
know what- did you ever watch Reefer Madness? You
course.
had to. It's so relevant to this whole steroid drama, but the cooked up melodramas that destroyed people's lives. But they made weed out to be so bad in light of alcohol being like so good and fashionable, and they made this movie, and it was a government film. The government paid to have that movie made, and it was like total propaganda.
Remember the
And-
guy jumping out the window at the end?
Yeah, but the thing is, it worked because weed is Schedule 1, the worst. That is, you can't get worse than Schedule 1.
But weed actually became a Schedule 1 drug because of hemp, because of the impact that cannabis had on the textile and the clothing industry and the wood industry.
Why is that?
Because, I mean, think about it. If you grow a hemp plant, you can make paper out of it within a matter of months, whereas with a tree, it takes years. And, you know, it's plain DuPont Chemicals, Dow Chemicals, they were the ones that were really lobbying against it. So they put a congressman involved to really lobby against it, and that's when they made it a Schedule 1.
Wouldn't that save trees?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
And it's a 2-for-1 crop. You get you get hemp from the stems and the you know roots and shit, and you get the the bud. So
it's 3-for-1, yeah, because you get CBD and you get clothing and you get plastic and you get paper, so you get quite a bit of stuff from one plant.
Get a lot of shit out of that.
Which is why I made that invention where you could strip the THC off of the plant and peel the herb from the bast, making be able to use these leftover stalks for fiber, for usable fiber.
Right.
What the hell did you invent? What is that?
I have 3 global patents on a product called 9Fiber, which takes it's a process which allows the outer layer of the plant to be removed from the inner layer, and the outer layer is where you get the fiber from, and the inner layer is where you get plastics and wood and things like that.
What's going on with that?
Unfortunately, because what's going on with me, it's not really taking off. But my brother is the CEO of the company.
So that's for pot. You're saying pot plant?
For hemp or marijuana, it doesn't matter. It inoculates the plants within the first few seconds, and then after that, it can become industrialized.
I thought hemp and marijuana. I'm stupid when it comes to this shit. I thought hemp and marijuana are the same thing. No,
They are.
Oh,
They're
okay.
different parts of the plant.
Oh, really?
The stuff you smoke is the buds and the leaves, and then the hemp is made out of the stalk and the stems.
Traditionally, industrial hemp has been bred to have a lower THC level, and marijuana has been bred to have a higher THC level. So that's kind of where they separate. But now with the marijuana industry hybriding most of the the taller plants with the shorter plants and the quicker grow times with the higher yielding plants, they've kind of hybridized everything. And now it's more genetic engineering with the hemp plants to get you higher CBD or a plant that has more fiber or textiles or plastics.
Let me ask you a question though. So people smoke the leaves of marijuana. I thought there was just those bud things. I don't know. I don't smoke that shit. So I'm just curious.
A lot. You don't smoke a lot of leaves, but some leaves are kind of inevitable because they go up around the bud.
Oh,
okay. A lot of people pinch them. A lot of the weed growers have people that actually pinch that shit off. They trim it all down so it's like just buds. But
John, do you like actual you like joints, or you like are you into those like vapes at all?
No, I use this one single hitter like a pipe.
Oh,
I only smoke like this much marijuana at a time, a tiny bit. Like,
you have a low tolerance.
Dude, my daughter will outsmoke everybody on this fucking panel. Holy shit!
Amina smoked with me. I just think
hypothetically.
Dude, remember in the 70s in high school?
Wiz Khalifa.
They'd have them skinny little fucking joint things.
I used to have a lunch bag full of them, and I used to sell them for $1 a piece.
My daughter's got them. They're like fucking pretzel rods. You know what I mean? Like they did fucking big cigar things. You know what I mean? Like
I used to get $1 a piece for them. I used to buy an ounce for $40, and then roll it all into
That's
joints.
crazy shit.
Wiz Khalifa, John, Wiz Khalifa. You know that guy? How much weed he smokes?
Yeah, a lot. So does Snoop.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Snoop Dogg smoked a lot of weed.
I bet you my daughter could have.
I know John that we know that smoke a lot of weed too.
I don't want to name names, but you know who we know.
Yeah.
So the CBD
No
is
names.
No name.
the CBD is in the same part as the THC, right?
What's that?
The
Yeah,
CBD
it comes out
is
of
in
the
the same
oil.
part as the THC.
They both can be in the same plant, but they've usually bred the higher CBD to be in hemp and the lower CBD in marijuana and higher THC in marijuana and less than 0.3% in the hemp.
My friends that are all pot smokers always tell me that CBD shit's bullshit. You gotta have the THC. Fuck that.
They've actually
That's all I heard them
they've
say.
actually made CBD buds that you could smoke, so it's like from hemp, but it has
Yeah.
CBD.
No,
So
they
it's
were talking about that oil
Why do
shit.
the edibles hit you so much more?
Totally different process.
Yeah.
because the liver converts it into a different hydroxy THC, which 11 hydroxy THC, which lasts longer and is utilized in fat much slower.
Wiz smokes 28 grams of weed per day.
It's an ounce. 28 grams is an ounce.
But listen,
Yeah.
guys, he's smoking probably like, I mean, he's probably not like
No, he does it on podcasts. Like he's not. He's smoking.
No,
it.
he's
You
burning.
think he smokes more than Snoop?
I
Yeah.
think
Seems
Yes.
like it. I don't know if Snoop could put away an ounce.
I
Boy,
think
it's real
Snoop's good
fucking
at it.
useless to me.
No, he does. He does.
An ounce sounds like a small amount, but it evidently
No,
isn't.
an ounce is a lot.
You know these guys have
An
their
ounce
own weed
lasts
too.
An ounce lasts me like 3 months.
Wiz Khalifa has his own weed. It's called Khalifa Kush, and they sell it in all the
Yeah,
dispensaries.
I had a bag of it a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's actually high quality. A lot of these guys do. Willie Nelson has his own weed. A few of the celebrities, they're kind of doing it like they do what you would think of with wine, having your own vineyard or having.
John,
your
why
own
don't you have your own weed?
Yeah,
You're
Rogan
Rogan
should
store.
have his own weed.
the RX weed, which is high in
RX
CBD.
weed. Yeah, RX weed. No, I would do a
Yeah.
straight
Performance weed.
straight sativa, nothing, no hybrid, just straight sativa.
The
A
high
really strong
performance.
sativa. Because
You got to give it a name, though. That's the name. Is what's
Energy.
selling.
Energy.
Mono's Rage.
Alcoholic
That's
is
gonna
not
be
bad.
Just call it Rage, John. Just call it Rage.
Yeah, Rage.
Just
Just call it Rage. Because that's what.
That gives you
Actually,
that gives you
John,
energy, right, John?
John,
That gives you
yes.
energy and focus.
Dude, I could fucking sit down and read the Grapes of Wrath if I fucking smoke it.
But
And then you want to smoke
Because
it.
that indica turns me into a fucking plant.
oh yeah, indica will just
It's
like
hybrid, you know.
You
It's
got your
hybrid, it's
pre-workout,
sativa.
John. You got your pre-workout bud, and then you got your evening PM bud. Your PM bud, your evening bed is your.
I don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like that groggy falling asleep.
Mm-mm.
You know, I do not like that. I like
Well, a lot of people like it because it helps them sleep better. You know,
I've
for-
tried that before, the indica, but I wake up and I feel like shit. I don't feel.
Yeah.
I feel hungover, and groggy, and
Yep.
yeah.
All right, I wanted to just not to change the subject, but I'm going to change the subject. This is today is 3 years that our good friend Boston Lloyd has passed. Can you believe 3?
Wow. It's been 3 years.
It's
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, I was
Larry,
It
Larry, you
seems
went to his funeral, right?
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday I was at the funeral.
Crazy.
That's that. That's
Oh,
It
crazy.
seemed like 3 years. Time flies.
My God, that's
Years.
crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
And Piana's been dead almost 10, right? It's going to be 10 in another year.
I don't think
2014.
been that
No,
long.
No,
Wait,
2017.
I flew
17.
across the country to go to the funeral just for John. And when I told him I was coming, and then when I got there, he's like, "You actually came?" I'm like, "Yeah, I came. Of course I came."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're the only one that came." I mean, there was other people there, but only the local people. No one.
Boston Lloyd was like the original Sam Sulek, but it was with gear, not just training. You know what I mean? He put it out there. I think one of the first people to really, maybe Piana, but one of the first people to really put it out there about his openness to using all.
He was before Piana. He did it before.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but Boston was bigger than Sam, though.
Pioneer. He was a
Way
pioneer.
bigger.
He did. and
There
I
were
think
people that
respected.
there were people that were talking about it, but no one had talked about these crazy dosages and showed himself
Yeah.
injecting himself, and he was
I did in
just
Rainbow
so
Creek.
blunt and straight on.
I
That
did.
was-
Boston
You
was.
didn't inject
Boston
yourself
was.
on camera, though, Greg.
No,
I
was-
did. I did, and bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
Dave,
No.
you prepped him for his first show, or
I was
you
first.
prepped him for his first show, Dave?
Yeah. I prepped him for the shows he won.
Yeah.
19. Yeah.
He was big. I mean, at that age, he was bigger
Yeah.
than Sam is now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He probably had a better physique than Sam, but he probably doesn't. He didn't have the mindset.
No way.
Kid was
No,
misdirected.
I hardcore disagree that Boston had a better physique. No way.
No, he did. He did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know, he had a great
He had a
head.
small waist. He was a much better.
Yeah.
body.
Did you see him at the Contra
Sam might
Yeah.
surpass
Plus,
him
he
in
was
some
taller too, right, Dave?
Dude, he had shredded glutes. He looked really good at the
Yeah.
Contra.
Boston was big. He would have smoked Sam on a bodybuilding
He was
stage.
big, but that was it.
Somebody out there ought to
He
do
was
the-
shredded. You didn't see him at the
pick
Contra
together of
Costa.
them.
Pull a picture of him at the Contra Costa.
Yeah.
I don't
He had
think he knows what he
horrible
looked like.
structure. He was size.
No, he had a small
Very
waist.
low.
Yeah,
Your volume is very low.
No,
Talking about
no,
Sulek.
You didn't see him at his
Sam
best.
Sulek has way more talent, way better.
no.
structure,
Boston had
Way
a very
better
small
muscle
waist.
way better muscle
No,
belly.
I don't agree. Boston
I
was
mean,
better.
Sam's got wider clavicles, but he's got a wider waist. But I think if Dave can pull it up, I think you'll be impressed with the way he looked at his show. He won. He won the overall too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that last show
So
he
the-
did, I think where he took second, I think that was the best he ever looked.
Yeah, he looked good. At Sam's show, that he didn't do bodybuilding because did you guys see the bodybuilding overall winner? He was huge.
They were really good at the show, the bodybuilders.
Yeah, they really.
Crazy
Did you
for a
go,
local show.
Leo?
It was nuts.
Did you go?
No, it's in Vegas. I didn't go.
But yeah, the overall winner for the bodybuilding class looked insane. I mean,
Top
he looked
four,
great.
good.
That's why I think Sam didn't do body. I'm not. I know that's why. Probably Tarek probably told him, "Hey, do classic only, don't do bodybuilding because the guy will beat you." You know.
He said that. He said he was backstage and he saw all the guys and he knew that he wasn't as big as them. So
Yeah, they were big. The guy was a big boy. I
Look
forgot
at
his
this.
name.
You don't think that that's better than Sam? Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
not better than Sam.
Billion times better than Sam.
Come on.
No,
Yeah.
I like
Bigger.
Sam, but I mean, and
bigger, but he's
Down
just
the
bigger.
road, Sam might surpass him if he
Oh,
continues.
yes, that's
Big,
a potential
but not
show him
now.
a back shot. Show him a
Come
back
on,
shot.
people.
His back was in great
His lat
condition.
to waist ratio is better than Sam. You want to tell me that?
Show him a back shot,
Are you
Dave.
fucking
Yeah, I will.
nuts? His lats are not much wider than his waist,
That's because his lats are attached up high.
It's
and his
He's
biceps-
He's
doesn't look
6'3"
good.
also.
yeah, I see. Look,
Doesn't look
Sam's
good.
got
Oh,
wider
is he
clavicle.
that tall?
Yeah, Boston's tall.
Shit, I
It
didn't
was
know
like
he was that
6'1" or something like that.
I love the guy, but the physique is not good.
He had a very good physique. You're completely delusional.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Boston had a good physique. Yeah,
He just,
I've judged for 7 years, and Boston had a good physique.
For an amateur, yeah. For an amateur.
Yeah, well, we're talking about amateur Sam in classic
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
amateur Boston, who was a bodybuilder who had more muscle.
If Boston had his head on right, he could have gone pro.
Yep.
is,
Well,
this
his
a,
goal was to turn pro and turn the card down. Remember?
is that a picture?
Right.
Hold on. Is this a picture of Boston from behind? I'm pretty sure this is him. Hold on. Is that him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
That
from the
looks
last
great.
show he did.
Yeah,
That looks great.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. I mean,
handsome.
that's impressive. I mean,
That looks
You
really
can't
good.
say that's better than that. That's he's
And,
not
and
better
honestly,
than Sam.
that's not the best.
he's
condition.
structurally
I think-
better than Sam, is what it is. You know.
Sulak
that's
would
where
give his
I-
last
that's where I
gallon of chocolate
disagree.
milk
That's
to
where I
look like
disagree.
that.
But that looks great. That looks great.
Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. So
I know.
Yeah.
All right,
This
let's.
guy said-
Dave, I want to
Boston.
change the subject back to where we were smoking weed. a minute
I,
ago.
I think people like to talk about Boston more than
Well, we
weed.
can talk about him some more. I mean, it's cool, but I don't want to get too far away from the weed. So while everybody's sitting around smoking weed all day, I want you guys. I want the opinion of you guys on the outrage that government workers have expressed over having to verify that they actually did some work last week.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane, bro. It's fucking insane.
How
They be-
dare you ask?
They
How
find
dare,
people.
how dare you ask if I did anything for my salary?
And they were advised not to report
Yes.
that. Also,
Yes.
yeah.
So
That's the
like,
thing.
Because there are people on that list that are old, like fucking, over 100 years old, which they're dead.
no,
They've
that's
been
a
finding-
whole other thing.
No,
That's
no.
a- that's a
No,
whole
but
other
they've
thing.
also been finding workers because
yeah,
families
but that's a whole
collecting money and
other
shit.
thing.
I
there's
want to figure out
workers.
what they're
They-
doing, what they're paying them for. What are
No,
they
they
doing?
have
People are
workers that are not
170.
there, that are just not workers. They're getting a check that somebody else is somehow
Yes,
getting.
but there's
and these
even
people
fake
don't even
workers.
exist.
He said yesterday there's bots, and those bots have been on there for a while, and some of the bots are over 100 years old. You know what I mean? Like that, not that the bots are 100, but the person they're
They
claiming.
represent somebody
It's
100 years old.
insane. It's
Yeah.
insane. And the
Now, is
people
that,
are freaking.
that's Social Security. That's not government workers, is it?
No,
The
no.
thing is-
Government workers, they found bots. He's saying
No
not
shit.
every worker, because let me tell you something. These Democrats, why do you think they're freaking out? That they don't care about Green New Deal anymore. They don't care about fucking anything else. They don't care about little boys getting a cut, the little piece of legads cutting off. They're right now. The big thing is he's touching our fucking money. How dare he? And they even slip and they even say, that's my money. You don't touch my money. You know,
Right.
look, they found Jamie Raskin is like got like $10 million from Doge, is getting, for these fake, you know what I mean? He's on there. They're all
What's
on
her
there.
name? The
Liz
Georgia.
Warren.
The
I
Georgia-
heard
Oh,
this is.
yeah, yeah,
I heard
yes.
a very good source told me that Greg Valentino's receiving a pension check from a guy who's 230 years old. Is that true?
Yeah, you know what's funny? You know what my luck? They'll give me the fucking check for like millions of dollars, but I can't cash it because, like if I won the lottery, you know what they'd say to me? Dude, you won the lottery. But the fucking problem is the lottery's broke. So what you do is you take the fucking ticket, you put it in a nice frame, and you can always tell everybody, look, I won the lottery. You know?
No, Greg would win the lottery, and they'd say, "You've been overpaid for the last 25 years. We're taking we're confiscating the money.
You're
We're taking."
overpaid.
But these people these people technically have a government job. They work technically from home, and they produce nothing.
John,
And
do you know what he's saying?
And when you ask them, see, Dave, this is why every now and then we got to give something for Greg to be interested in, because when we talk about bodybuilding, it gets really
fuck
bored
that
and
Lamborghini
drifting
shit.
away. Now you got to get a little of this, so he gets animated again.
I need
John-
more tips, guys. I want to upgrade to the Lamborghini. So, guys,
Wait,
send some
John-
more
Oh
tips.
yeah, we got to go. So Greg, so
Yes.
that 6% of government workers show up to the office. 94% work from home. Then
Yes.
now you give them a request to give me 5 bullet points of what you worked on last week. I can give you 5 bullet points of what I did in the last hour. Okay, so you can't just like spit out what you did. Jack Owak used to do that. At the end of every day, you had to fill out a report of what you did today. What is wrong with accountability?
John,
How
you know
can
what-
you be against accountability?
You know
In
what
every
they're saying?
freaking job
Elon
on the
Musk
planet,
yesterday.
You have to perform. But in government, it's like, how dare you ask if I did shit? Like in Germany, there's even more government workers. And a father of a school friend of mine, they told me about what he's doing, and you can't freaking believe it. Like, they come in late, they drink coffee, they sit there, have breakfast, almost do nothing. This guy's always tired, goes home early. Like, he goes there from 9 to 2, and basically he does nothing, and it's cashing in. And it's pretty well
Listen,
paid.
forget
It's
that
nuts.
shit. They have fucking people that they found that Elon Musk was talking about yesterday that have the job, do not do any work at all for the government. They collect a check and they have a second job. Did you
Yep.
see that one, John?
Yep.
Where
yep,
he's saying like there's
Easy.
people who are getting paid who go work somewhere else and they're getting that income, and this is almost like just a nice little bonus every week. You're getting the government pay. They're not going to work.
All right,
They have
let's take it a step further, Greg. Is there any gold in Fort Knox?
They don't even know about that.
I'm going on record now saying it's not there.
I'm with you.
I-
It's not
It's
there.
not there. See, no one's looked at it
I
since
would think so, too.
1974. These fucking crooks only stole other shit, and they didn't steal a big fucking box of gold.
John,
Come on.
some of the shit they have this since 1960 way of doing shit. What about the fucking underground tunnel?
I was about to say that.
Oh, the retirement, the retirement
So
processing
your
and the
paperwork
installment.
is
The golf carts.
instead of a computer.
Amazing, man.
Well,
You see that shit.
what is infuriating here is I don't know about you guys, but I pay taxes. I pay a lot of taxes.
I pay taxes too.
Okay.
I make ugats.
And when it's such a kick in the balls to part with that money. It's like it's like a third of what you make. You got to give away, right?
Speaking of paying taxes, John, do you think that like the guys that win like the $500 grand at the Arnold, do you think they pay taxes for that money?
They have to.
They have to. They'll come
They
get them.
have to.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay those taxes yourself, or do they take that
No,
out?
before you even get the money, it gets
It
taken out.
depends,
take it
but
out.
it's usually
Like
when they
winning the
take it out of
lottery,
the
same
money.
shit.
Yep.
Same fucking shit. You win
You
the lottery.
think it gets taken out, or do the guys have to pay it themselves?
It depends. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no.
It depends on whether you're a 1099er, right? Right.
I
If you
know.
put it
I
on
know
your
one.
business account,
I know one top Olympia competitor who just used to cash the check.
I know a few of those too. Yeah.
That'd be great. Walking in with that big old check.
He just used to cash the check, and that taxes. What?
What's that?
was that Dexter?
I'm not saying any names, but I'm just saying it's more than one. It's not just one guy.
No,
because-
it's a few guys.
yeah.
Well, a lot of guys when they first start, they don't even realize they have to pay taxes on the
Right.
money. They just cash it and they forget about it because that's just not. They never made that much money before in their entire life.
You know how many?
You know what?
doctors are on
Jay
the
should do
IRS
seminars on
and
how to be a successful bodybuilder because
They
should just-
What I was going to say is we should do. Yeah, there should be someone who explains to these guys how to shelter some of that
You-
money. There's got to be a way to shelter.
They
it.
should just create a corporation and deposit the
it.
money into a corporation.
Yeah, because then you
What
can
you
everything
really
you
need
do
to
is
hire
make
Ron
sense.
Norman, and he sets all that shit up for you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
create
that's
a
what I said.
corporation,
I put
just
it in my
deposit in the
LLC.
corporation.
I wonder how Ron's doing. I haven't talked to him in a while. He's a good man.
Norman,
Ron Norman's a great guy.
great guy.
Is there any person that you don't think is a great guy? Ron is a great guy, but
No, Ron Norman's a great. Come on,
Who don't? Hold on. Who don't you like? Is there anyone you don't like?
I like everybody pretty much.
No,
Should we
seriously.
get you to reconsider, Leo?
If I asked you for a list of like 2 or 3 people that you really don't like can you give it to them? Can you give me the list?
I mean, I don't
Arnold,
like.
you don't like
hate
you don't like
him.
Arnold, right?
No, I
You
like
like
Arnold.
Arnold.
It's just that
I
he's
got 2 for you.
in person.
Joy
He's a
Reid
good
and
guy.
Rachel Maddow.
He doesn't know though.
There you
That's-
go. He found the hair on the edge.
There you go.
He
I'm
found
like,
the
no,
people
but it's
in
far-
our
as
industry
far as
that he
in our-
doesn't like.
No,
As far as
Rachel
Reid.
Maddow.
industry goes.
Rachel Maddow's a good guy. He's a very nice guy.
Joy Reid. How about Joy Reid?
Joy
He's
Reid
a
just
good
got
guy,
fired.
too.
I like her really much now.
You
How
like
about
Ruth?
Joy Reid is all about black being, everything's
TH is
racist.
like-
Yeah,
She just lost
she
her show.
straightens her hair and dyes it blonde.
She lost her show.
Yeah.
She lost it. Yeah.
She lost
yeah.
her show. Yes, congratulations.
All they got to do now is get rid of The View and Rachel Madcow.
John, they're
You know-
still talking
You know
about
how
this.
much? You know how much
Oh, The View
audience
is amazing.
in the demo,
We
in the
need to keep that
demographic,
show.
in
It's
the,
just
in the
fun.
18 to 35 demo. Do you know how many audience members Rachel Madcow gets in prime time? In
She
the
gets
demo?
like 300,000, I think, or less.
120,000.
Oh,
She
that's
makes
not bad.
$30 million a year. They cut her to 25.
Well, dude,
$25 million
they're still
a year.
doing the same talking
One
points.
show a week. One show a week that nobody watches.
That's
Democrats
John,
do
you know why?
this show,
But John,
too.
you know why they can
Democrat
justify that?
it totally
Because the
was.
drug companies underwrite that whole fucking show. So
Of course.
they don't give a shit. When Kennedy pulls the ads from the fucking
Yeah.
TV,
And it's
that
all
they're
done.
done. That show's
Yeah.
done. Those shows
Oh,
are
yeah.
all
They
done.
still use the same
Very good
talking
point,
points
Dave.
and shit. They're all a joke. It's unbelievable.
No, but
why-
they,
that is
Greg, they don't
why-
care if they lose money. The drug companies pay for everything.
Yeah.
That's
And
No,
why.
wait, Dave.
I bet you the commercials the drug companies have been pumping since on those channels since Trump won are the antidepressants and things like that. Because everyone that didn't vote, they're all sad that Trump
That's
won.
your right, Prozac. Yeah.
But
Well,
the thing is, they
yeah,
can
that-
still advertise over-the-counter drugs. They can still do.
Well, over-the-counter
advertising.
drugs are not killing people.
No. But they can still like put some ads out.
Yeah, but if you're getting
I don't care if they
100
advertise Tylenol. I don't want to see
There's
antidepressants.
no,
and all these other
no,
shit.
that's incorrect.
If
You,
you're
can't,
getting
you won't even
100,000
work
views,
with
forget
the
about it.
whole reason why those commercials are on the news stations is it ensures the pharma companies that the news agencies are not going to do any investigative reporting
Right,
into the latest drug that killed 90 people.
Right,
right.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if
100%.
it doesn't matter if it's over the counter or not. It's that those in commercials are the drug companies' insurance policies that they're not going to get investigated for any of the crap that they're doing, and that is what's going to end immediately when
No.
Kennedy yanks the freaking commercials
He
off. the
can't
news
ban
network.
over the counter. He's not going to ban the over the counter.
It's not banning. It's not banning over the counter. The drug companies make the over the counter and the prescription is the same drug company. So what they're
exactly.
they're worried about is being investigated for fraudulent studies, bad chemicals, bad reactions, deaths, side effects, blah blah blah. In order to keep that from happening, you got to keep shoveling money to the news organizations to fatten them up so that they're not going to jeopardize losing that income by sending an investigative reporter to investigate even an OTC drug. So
yeah, but I'm saying they can keep doing that still.
no, they can't. Not when Kennedy yanks the commercials or not.
Yeah, but when
But
it's
he
still not
cannot
bringing in
he
fucking
cannot
100
yank the
something
commercials
thousand
for
views, forget
over-the-counter
it.
drugs. He
That's
cannot
bad.
yank the commercials for over-the-counter
Yeah, but
drugs.
what
So they're
what's
just going to
over the
put out
counter?
commercials for over-the-counter drugs.
Yeah, but what's over the
funding
but
them
Leo?
so
What's
they
over the
won't say
counter?
anything against
Like
them
Flonase,
still.
Dave.
Tylenol, aspirin.
Whatever
What's
happens
over the counter?
Claritin,
It
you know,
doesn't matter.
Zyrtec, Claritin.
No
Just
one's
paying
dying.
them off.
You know, I mean, no one's
I mean,
dying
he's right.
from those things. You know.
No, but that's what they're
Yeah,
advertising.
exactly. But
Allergy
then they
medicine.
still have. But then
But
they
you're
still
not
have the
fucking
power.
pulling any crowd.
They
If
still
you
have
don't
the
have the
power.
people to watch the show, nobody's going to see your little
Right.
over-counter drugs or whatever the fuck. Nobody's watching the show. 100,000.
But Sean,
But Greg, you're not getting what John's saying. What
I
John's
get it.
saying
I
is
know. I
they
get it.
don't care if anyone watches the show. They just don't want the
So
news
the ads-
agency to
Yeah,
investigate.
but the news agency, if they don't get the fucking following, the show's gonna drop. I'm just telling you. It's
Well,
not gonna work.
I think the news agency is stupid because if they did these investigative reports, more people would watch them because they would know the news was not fake
Right.
and controlled, and they probably would get more ad revenue from real
Yeah,
legitimate.
but it's hard. You can't take them people serious. This is a threat to the democracy. Donald Trump's a threat to democracy. You know, we're dealing with a threat to democracy. I think this is a threat to the
Operation
democracy. It's a
Mockingbird.
threat to
Mockingbird.
democracy.
Yep,
It's
Mockingbird.
a fucking unbelievable. There's my boy Dave Smith.
It's
He
probably
knows.
hard for them to do a 180.
Do
know?
you
They're
know
afraid
that
to do it.
do you know that the Vioxx, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, you know the Vioxx lawsuit against Pfizer, when they put out Vioxx, they knew
Yeah.
they had already done pre-study.
Yeah.
They knew that it was going to cause heart disease in a certain amount of patients and cause deaths. But they did the monetary calculations, and they realized that the money they would make from selling the drug would far outweigh whatever the fines they would receive from when they found out that the stuff caused
Dave,
heart
they did the same
that
thing
is
with
what-
Zoltan.
So they
That
released
is what's
it anyway.
called. That's what's called the Ford accounting
Yeah.
process. Remember what was that car? Was it the Gremlin or the Pinto or what?
The Yugo.
One of
The
these
Yugo.
Ford cars was notorious for getting when it got rear-ended, it blew up and then
Yeah.
killed
I remember
everybody.
that.
And
Pinto like that.
bean counters calculated two scenarios. One is retool the whole entire production facility and solve the problem, or B, pay the lawsuits. It was cheaper to pay the lawsuits.
Sure.
So they didn't fix the cars. They knowingly let these cars leave the factory, a fucking ticking time bomb. People would get rear-ended, the car blow up, they pay off the family, and it was cheaper than fixing it.
Wow.
Wait, I got one better. for you.
Roundup, non-Hodgkin's disease, Roundup, non-Hodgkin's
Yep.
disease. They do this with almost everything, guys.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it's asbestos, whatever. It's all the
Wait,
same.
what? I just watched a video yesterday where they were talking about the bird flu and how that's bullshit. How they 2 or 3 birds caught the bird flu and they killed the whole fucking
100 million chickens.
because it's all about control. They're using the COVID control. They want to create vaccines for animals and shit and get us a vaccine so we don't get the bird flu. One person caught that flu, whatever the same.
You want to talk about a gold mine the drug companies are ripping off? It's the pet owners. Do you know how many vaccines that they
Oh my
push
God,
on you?
Oh,
You
my
need to
God.
vaccine a dog once, maybe twice. If
That's
you
what
need
happened with this shit, John.
You know
Bird
what's
flu
good
is
is, John,
bullshit.
you could do it. You could do them yourself too. They rape you in the veterinarian
yeah.
office. Yeah.
Every time
Dude,
we go there, it's
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
If you've taken a shot yourself, you can vaccinate your dog. Believe
Oh,
me.
fuck
Absolutely.
No, I mean, I remember when my dog was sick. My dog was sick. You know, we took him and they gave him a shot of Winstrol and B12. It was like $470.
You could have given him.
The vet's about to stick the needle in, and he goes, "Boy, that glute looks a little less fur than I thought before. It's kind of smooth."
Just give your dog a pork chop bone.
Dude, I used to give my dog insulin every day. We had a dog that was diabetic.
Oh, you had a diabetic dog?
Yeah,
maybe
man,
you caught the diabetes from the dog.
Yeah, well, that shit was.
Greg and
a
the
long
dog
time
would
ago.
go. John, Greg and the dog would go to McDonald's and they'd say, "I want a hamburger. I don't want any bread." No, no bread.
I took the shot at Trent, and then I'd be arguing with the dog.
Right.
You know,
He got the slim.
If
slim
Greg
glue.
had his dog with him in Alabama, he would have been like, "Listen, the
slim
dog and
glue.
I want a burger.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn
The
right.
dog and me eat the
We want
same.
lettuce.
We can't have the
We want
bun.
no bread, because we're
And-
both diabetic. By the
and
way.
then the dog would
and we
argue
both
about,
got our
I want the
gallbladder
fucking
taken out,
bun.
too.
I'd say, no bun for you either. You're diabetic. He'd say, no, I want the fucking bun.
Did your
No
dog have
fucking
its
bun.
gallbladder taken out?
No, the dog didn't have the gallbladder taken out, no. But he did. It was a she. And she
I'm sure when we
Jay,
go
you're
back.
misgendering my dog. It's a she.
Oh, shit.
I'm
When we
It's
go
a
back
dog
to
herd.
Alabama, June 21st, everyone in Montgomery will know that you already had your gallbladder removed. So all the waiters and waitresses will know your order. It'll be very
What do
easy.
you
No, you know
That's
what's going
right.
to happen, Dave? We're going to land. The plane's going to land, right? And Greg's going to start getting out of the plane, and then those attendants with the little wheelchair are going to be there. It's going to say Greg Valentino, because we already know you had your gallbladder removed. So we're
Dude, I'd like that. I'd sit in that fucking wheelchair
bet
with
you
my
would.
girlfriend is still walking on the side. But I'm going to tell you, bro, that shit's fucking crazy, man. I'm just telling you, they're killing them birds like crazy. And they want to do, it's all because they're saying Dr. Eric Berg, I don't know if you guys watch him, but he has a great video on that.
Oh, yeah, I like
He
it.
brings in a government expert, and this fucking
Yeah.
guy is spitting out shit saying they're using the COVID model with this
Yeah.
bird stuff.
Greg, there really is a real avian bird flu.
Yes, there is, but 2 birds out of fucking billion got it, and
Well,
they fucking
all I can
killed the
tell
whole
you is
lot.
there was like a crow in my back parking lot that was just sitting there for days under this, where there's like a water tap, and it didn't fly. It wasn't moving. It wasn't going anywhere, and there was ants climbing all over it. So I thought, it's going to get eaten by the ants. So
Was it alive? Or
yeah, it was alive, and it had been sitting there for like
What?
2 days, and it wasn't moving.
Is that part of the symptoms of this strange thing?
Did you?
Do you think it fucked a chicken?
No, but anyways, I didn't want to kill it. I wanted to do something with it. So I got a cardboard box and I put it in there and I tried to get the ants off it.
Oh shit!
And I took it to the animal shelter because I didn't know what else to do with it. And they told me it has avian bird flu and it had these like weird growths on its feet.
Wow.
Ooh, I'd be scared to touch, mess with it.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Chickens are fucking in a big pen where there's all other chickens. That's a bird out in the wild.
Yeah, but they can still get the flu from another bird that even just flies around there or something.
But Larry, they're saying that this guy was.
You got to get the birds out to wear masks now.
A few birds from a whole fucking flock caught it. Instead of killing or isolating the 2 birds that had it, they wiped out all of them, and they said it's by design. You got to watch this video. It's fucking real.
Social distancing.
All I know is someone told me in California eggs are $11 a dozen. So,
dude, they're almost $10 here
They're
in New York.
$10 here too.
Really?
If they have them, every time I go in there, the fucking shelves are
They're still $6.50.
I feel violated. Dude, $6.50 is crazy. When Trump was president in 2019,
I get the omega-3 eggs.
I was
how
getting.
How about butter is $8?
There was 77 cents for large eggs.
I know. You're right.
77 cents. I feel violated right now buying.
You used to be able to
That's
go
what
to
bodybuilders used to use for
20 to like 5 dozen.
I lived in Dallas in 2021, and I went to Walmart and got 60 eggs for $6.
I believe it. Walmart used to have great deals on eggs. Yeah.
And now in California, I'm at $7.70 for 24. That's super cheap at Costco.
Yeah, that's cheap. But you know what? It also depends on where you live. Because I see somebody here in the comments just said he pays what's his name? American Hot Dog or whatever it is. Pays $2.49. If you live like my son lives up in the boondocks because he's an intelligence. There's an intelligence hub up there. They get their own grass-fed cow meat and shit cheap because there's cows. There's that's where the farms are. So you can get an egg from a farm really cheap. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on where you live. I live in Shitville over here with savages all over the place.
Well, Greg, I got an idea for you. Why do you have chickens in your backyard? You got a lot of room.
I could actually, but I gotta go.
My son's mom has 3 chickens.
Your girlfriend will take care of them. Don't they do that back in Mexico?
Yeah, but then her mother come here and I'd be like, I'm missing chickens. What the fuck happened? She had
no, you put them on rotation. They lay eggs for a year or 2, and then they go in the soup pot.
Yeah, no, I can't do that though. I can't kill an animal, bro.
You don't have to. She'll do it for you.
We used to pay. When we lived on that farm upstate New York, we used to pay this kid to come however often it was to kill all the chickens when they quit laying eggs.
Dude, do you know that I can't eat like a drumstick because there's little muscles and shit on that stuff, and I'm like, I can't do this. I'll be a fucking.
Greg, I hate to break it to you. Everything is muscles. Everything is muscle.
Yes, but if I thought but this.
You ever eat frogs' legs?
Little.
They look like bodybuilders' legs. They got quads and calves. It's like
I ain't eating any of that shit, bro. Beef, pork, or turkey, maybe a little bit of chicken. That's it. I don't even eat fish anymore. I can't do that shit. I can't kill an animal. I can't. I love animals.
I got to give a plug for fit. And speaking of fish, I have a friend who works he's a head engineer on a fishing boat in Alaska. Guy's got a huge gym on the boat, and he bodybuilds. I don't know how he does it. He's
on a fucking Alaska with a boat up and down like that.
Yeah, he's hardcore. They catch Alaskan pollock. I don't know if you've ever had Alaskan pollock.
No relation to Larry. No relation.
Same spelling, no relation though. And they're going to start releasing this. You're going to be able to buy this now. And he sent me about 25 bricks of this fresh caught right off the boat Alaskan pollock. It's so good. It's so delicious that I am ready to give up all other fish for this fish.
Wow.
When this thing becomes available, I'm going to give you guys the link to the website. It's not available yet.
So does that mean you're not going to get remarried and have a girlfriend? You're giving up all fish?
No, I'm sticking with the pollock. The pollock is much more reliable. No, the pollock is wild caught. So because it's wild, it's high in omega-3 fats. It had no pesticides. Pollock is not a huge fish, so it doesn't have mercury. It's the perfect fish to eat for bodybuilding. I'm telling you guys, texture, huh? It will replace tilapia, which is the most disgusting fish you can possibly eat.
That's nasty, dude. No, but it has like a thicker type of texture to it, like more like a steaky kind of fish.
Pollock melts in your mouth. I'm telling you, it's
you ever have swine?
That's what Larry tells his girlfriends. Pollock melts in your mouth. Right, Larry?
And
I know it-
tilapia is the most popular fish with bodybuilders. Everybody.
I know
all
it is
body-
because
I
it's
know it
cheap
isn't
and
a
it's
new
shit.
fish. I'm just telling you, a lot of people don't know about
I
polyps.
used to eat when I
Guys
competed.
coming
They're
right
all
off the
fluffy
boat.
and all that
This
shit.
is going to be a great,
Sounds good.
great source of fish, and it's reasonably priced.
Dave,
You're,
if
you're
I,
right too, Dave. Not. It's not a very popular fish. It's not, but it's more like an orange roughy kind of. I really like it. It's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. It's very tender too.
yeah, but if I thought about
Well-
what I'm eating, like this is a hunk of dead cow. I mean, I know it is. You know what I mean? But in my mind, the steak is a steak. But if I saw that shit walking around, I could never kill it and eat it. I'd be a fucking vegan. Same thing with chicken or
Are
fucking
you, do you only
turkey.
eat
Or,
the 3D printed meat? Is that would that work for you?
no, I don't want
What's
that.
your favorite cut of steak, Greg?
The one that I don't pay for, somebody buys for me.
No, but what cut? Like, what do
Get
you
it?
like?
Get
You
it?
like a-
This is buys for me, like Steve Blackman.
You like a
Um,
bone-in filet? You like a T-bone? What do you like?
I like a T-bone,
Porterhouse?
T-bone, or New York strip. You know, the New York
Ribeye,
strip is
dude.
always good.
Ribeye.
You know, everybody always likes their fucking
Porterhouse.
what do you call it? The Romanian steak. That's
I hate it.
Tomahawk.
That shit's stringy to me. They have a fucking
Stringy,
pick it out of
yes,
your
yes,
teeth and
I
shit.
agree.
What about tomahawk? Can
You know what
tomahawk?
the Romanian
Oh yeah,
steak is?
tomahawk.
Greg, it's the diaphragm muscle. That's why it's
I know,
so,
but
like,
why did everybody
rubbery.
love that steak? Everybody's always like,
It sounds because it sounds romantic. It's Romanian steak. You know, it's not good. The best cuts are fillets.
Yeah.
If you like soft, you know, less, you know,
oh yeah, filet mignon.
top
Yeah.
round.
You're all wrong. The
If you
best
like
cut,
if you
the
like a
best cut of
fattier cut, you
beef.
go for the bone. You're the one on the bone.
You're all wrong.
Ask the chef.
The best cut of beef is called the cap, which is on the
Yes.
prime rib.
Oh.
and it's the piece that goes over to. It's like you on the slice of prime rib. You got the eye, and then you got that kind of darker piece around. The
Yes.
that is the best piece of meat on the cow.
Well, what are you defining best by?
Taste.
Oh, well, the fattier the cut, the better the taste.
It's fat. It's
Yeah.
tender. It's.
I don't like too fatty.
You gotta
I
really
like-
cook the shit out of it.
It's
I
marbled
love-
well.
I like a fillet or top round. To me, that's the best. Those are the
They're
best.
good too, but I'm just telling you what.
And,
the
I like
Dave,
the filet.
Mexico, the steak place we went to was awesome.
Oh, that
Those
was
steaks were
good.
awesome.
Yeah, those fillets were
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, but
awesome.
when I go to the
Those
store,
were
I need
amazing.
a
Do
cap.
they overcook them? Because usually Mexican they overcook their.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
rare.
no.
Holy fuck!
No,
flank
no, it was
steak is
amazing.
just-
I don't
it's
like
beef
flank
jerky.
steak.
It's so dry. They're
I
like,
don't
you
like
can't
steak.
eat the red. That's for a dog. You're eating like a dog. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got pink. I'm like, it's
Gotta be
supposed to
cooked all the way.
And they're like, oh,
And John, you know what the correct way to eat a steak is with your hands, right?
Yes,
Hello, you know
absolutely.
who's calling me? Your brother George is calling me. Robbie,
Put them on the air.
Bob Smalley.
Does he not know you're on the show?
Dave, answer it. Answer it.
All right.
Answer it.
What's up?
Dave, how are you?
You're live on the air right now.
Thank you very much. But
Bobby.
Bobby, the Smalley brothers are back on After
Yeah.
Hours.
Bobby.
The white Biggie Smalls.
Remember?
Yes, you were the first guy on there. I think you discovered RX Muscle, didn't you?
No, I didn't discover it, but I was there for the clothing, hand in hand, G and I.
Yeah.
How are you, Dave? Good to hear from
Good.
you, bro.
I'm going to call you back after the show's over. We'll talk.
That's fine. Good.
Tell me about your best friend, Bill Murray. Bill Murray's my brother's best friend now.
Is he really still?
Yeah, his son, Bill Murray's son, coaches Connecticut basketball.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and my brother has courtside right under the basket St. John's tickets. He has 4 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
the best-
big time now, your brother.
Yeah,
He
in
said
fact, Bill Mur-
next to Spike Lee.
yeah.
Bobby will chase him with a golf club, right?
Is he still a little overweight?
He's gonna come down here and get in shape. He's gonna come down here and train for like 6 weeks. I'm gonna have him lose like 45, 50 pounds.
In 6 weeks.
6 weeks. He's gonna put him on the Big Lenny program.
Oh, he's just going to hack off his arm and then throw him back.
No,
on
I'm
the
gonna-
scale.
We're gonna just train all day. We'll do. First, we'll wake up. We'll do a run. Then he'll come and do MMA for 2 hours.
Georgie,
Then-
Georgie,
I can't picture.
Georgie,
The
your
problem
brother's
is when you're surfing, George, he's going to be eating potato chips.
You're
That's
setting
the
yourself up for failure. Your brother's completely out of shape. He's totally got You're going to have to start like with a walk around the block.
Yeah.
Training all day, you'll fucking
Hard
kill
by
him.
hiding the
It's not
cookies.
going to work.
Oh my God! Can you imagine being in the gym with Bobby and him when they get going? Forget about it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You
Forget
guys
about
see
it.
our new fighter at at my gym here, the German Tank. She's the female version of Drago.
She's not hot. She's
But
not
she-
hot.
freak shape and looks, and she's gonna be a world champion. She's
Did
already
any
Yeah.
guys ever see that MMA fighter Gabby? What the fuck's her name? She's super jacked and juiced up. She's from Brazil. She's like 6'2". What the hell's her name? Gabby. She even talks like this. She was. She went
No,
up
this
to
girl.
Nate Diaz and she got in Nate Diaz's face and said, "What do you want to do? What are you going to do?" And Nate Diaz looked at her and he started going. He started laughing because she's so jacked. Is that her?
Cool.
Yeah, look at her.
Wow.
She's a nice guy though. Look at the size of her. Dave, look at the size of this fucking girl.
She's huge. I know. It's crazy.
She even talks like this. I'll rip out your neck and shit down the hole.
Is she,
She's an MMA fighter?
Is she a genetic female or
Look
she's
at
a
that
male?
picture of her next to the guy in
What?
the middle there. Next one. Next
So
one.
about
Look at
this
that.
girl, the German Tank.
No, this
Holy
girl makes the
shit.
German Tank.
Look at that from the side, the shoulder and the arm.
Dude, you got to see her fight. She fights dudes, and she don't
Look,
she don't lose.
Do you
to
guys
girls.
see that? That's the
She looks like
German-
a bodybuilder. She doesn't even look like a fighter.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, here,
Dave.
let
I
me
bet
show
she's
another
got
picture.
one meaty cooter.
Dave, watch her tell. That's nice. That's where she was just starting to juice. Watch her tell off Nate Diaz that he fucking ran away.
I thought they test all these
Look at
fighters.
the abs on her.
No.
Look at those abs.
Look at fucking Cyborg, Chris Cyborg. You know
She wasn't that big, Cyborg.
she was big. She's jacked. She's another one that fucking talks like that. And this
Yeah.
fucking girl's huge though.
Hey, you're gonna love this. This is her last fight. She represented the USA in Germany. She just moved here 2 years ago.
Who's this?
The German Tank.
Oh, the same.
Yeah, look. Oh, watch. He can't take her seriously because she's like, "I'll fight you right now," and he's like, he's laughing because he
Dude,
can't.
she's bigger than him. That's right.
Yeah, she gets in his face though. At the beginning, she gets in his face. She goes right to his nose. Watch.
He would destroy her.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, of
She knows
course.
that too, I think. But I mean, like, it's just. But bro, she's like, "I'll go. Want to go?" She doesn't. She's like, "What?"
You know
What?
what's crazy is she's really a woman. She's not trans, and she's
No,
that
she's
big.
a woman, bro. That's a big.
She's just like a bodybuilder, jacked girl. That's all.
Yeah.
She's a nice guy.
Would you fight her? Would you fight her, Mr. G?
No, I'm not gonna fight it. No, because I wouldn't want to kill her.
What? Come on, man. You're 2 cookies short right now. Kill
I
her?
think George
Hey,
could win that fight.
I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, you have no
I mean,
idea.
yes, but
You
kill
have
her?
no, I mean,
think
you have
kill
no
her?
idea. One fucking if I punch that girl with 50% of my strength, punching power, I'd shatter her whole face. One
Yeah.
punch.
You
You don't understand. You don't understand. Look, I'm not. You don't understand the
All right, 2 rounds with headgear.
No, I would. I'm never. First of all, I'd never fight a girl. Number one.
All right,
Number
fair
two, it's a joke. One hit. She can hit me 9,000 times. One hit
Yeah.
would shatter the
You think
face.
She can knock you out.
By the way,
No.
she's not fucking.
No?
No, I was just trying.
Jiu-jitsu. She's jiu-jitsu. She's not puncher.
okay.
I mean, she's not
That's a jujitsu girl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a jiu-jitsu girl. She'll tie you up. You know what I mean? She's a badass.
Let's
But
wrestle.
see, men are
She'll put you,
gonna. I don't
she'll
think
put you
they're
in. What do the bodybuilder girls do? They put the headlock around the guy's head.
Scissors.
Yeah, but they like
Says
that.
scissors.
Scissor clamp.
I
How
was
many
just
girls we know do that? I know a lot of girls.
I was just doing judo throws. We were doing strikes with judo throws. So I mean,
Yeah.
I was just and the kid I was with, he's like 175 pounds, and he didn't want me to. He didn't want me to throw him. Because he or throw me. So I mean, and that's 2 guys. The girls forget about the strength. It's the bone density and the power, the ferocity. It's completely
And
different.
The density of the skull. Yeah.
It's completely different. I know. Look, here's how you gotta see, Dave. You've never been in where people are training. You come to this place and film and see it live up front. You'd be like, holy shit, you're right.
Wait, somebody,
Believe me.
John Mancini just said that my mother-in-law would do the Rikishi. She would stick your fat fucking hairy ass around your face and do the fucking thing like this. Like, remember the Rikishi, that guy? I never watched
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That big fat
Yeah.
Hawaiian dude, he'd stick his fucking ass cheeks in
I
your
couldn't stand watching that. It's so gross.
I didn't watch. My son used to
I
watch.
can
don't know what we're
proudly
talking
say that I
about.
never watched that. See,
It's a
I
real
don't have
thing.
to see. That's something I don't have to unremember. You know,
I'm with you, John.
I watched it when I was in like junior high and like high school.
Yeah,
like,
my
this,
son
and-
was. My son's what? Going to be 35. He used to watch that shit when he was a little boy. So I'd sit there. Something I didn't like. Watch. I don't watch wrestling, but I'd see that fat bastard stick his face, and the whole guy's head would be gone in his fat ass, and he'd shake it like he'd do that shake shit. What do they call it? That twerk on his face. And the guy would be like fucking unconscious, because it's between the fat, stinky ass and everything.
Ugh.
My mother was a
That I
nice
can
guy.
say that there's things I have not seen, and I don't have to. Like that video, that two girls in a cup that everybody's fucking. I never saw that.
Yeah, I mean,
So I
Two
don't
girls,
have-
one
I don't
cup.
I don't have to forget any of that shit that you guys are dealing with.
You have to see it. That's like a must.
we have
You have-
enough
I mean,
real trauma, right, John?
when we worked at this club, everybody had to watch that. Every new worker we made
What is it? What is
watch that.
What is it?
Two girls, one cup.
What is that? Yeah, but what is
Oh,
it?
that's disgusting.
Oh, yeah, great thought for sure.
What do they poop in a cup?
One girl
Poop,
shits in the
vomit,
mouth, and then they shit
piss.
in the cup. They fucking vomit in the cup, and then they
Wow.
drink the vomit, and the other girl vomits up the other girl's
What the-
vomit.
But it's like a soft serve ice cream when it comes out too. It's like-
Ah,
God.
John.
Dude, there's something.
I
Vomit's
got
the
news
worst.
for you guys.
Is that a
Just hearing
fetish?
that, as bad as hearing that
Yeah,
is,
everything's a
I'm telling you,
fetish.
if you saw it, that would a whole new level.
Yeah, next topic.
Let's end the show with a positive note. Well, who's going to win the Arnold?
Oh, gee, I can't stop thinking about that.
Samson.
I'll go around the horn. Who do you think's going to win the Arnold?
Samson, easily.
Easily.
Leo?
Yep.
I just say Derek Lunsford just to say something against it, but yeah, come on, I go with Derek.
I think Derek's going to come off.
Larry?
I think Samson will probably win, but I think Derek has a chance.
That's
Me?
what I actually think too.
You know what? I'm gonna say Andrew. Let's just see what happens.
Whoa. All right. That's a good one. John?
I'm going to say Samson.
That's a safe bet. Greg, even though you don't know anyone, you want to make a guess?
I'd say Mr. G.
What do you think, Mr. G?
Derek Lunsford.
Derek Lunsford. All right.
Derek,
No, he said Derek.
he's not competing. George, he's not competing.
Wait,
I think the safe bet is Samson, only because he's Mr. Olympia, reigning Mr. Olympia. I think Derek will be 1,000 times better than he was at the Olympia because I've seen pictures of him.
Mhm.
So if Samson's a little off, Derek can certainly win. And I think Andrew's definitely a wild card, but you can't discount, there's Brandon Curry in that lineup, Carlos Thomas, who's coming on very strong, and Akeem Williams. It's going to be one of the best Arnolds of all time, and they're giving away the most prize money in the history of the contest, $500,000.
Wow.
That's a very
Did
good
you guys
reason.
Did you guys watch the interview on? Did you guys watch the interview on Samson where people were talking about his wife coaching him, and it really got to him and hurt his feelings. Like he was like, it was so hurtful when all these people are talking about my wife doesn't know what she's doing. She's been by my side, my whole career, and she's done everything for me. And it was like really hurtful to him that everybody was really bashing his wife. Like she doesn't know what she's doing.
That's
and-
fucked up, bro. That's fucked
Yeah,
up. I
yeah,
don't go for
it
that.
is.
That's
Yeah,
fucked
it
up.
is.
He
Yeah.
won with his
That's
wife.
great.
If it wasn't for his wife, he wouldn't have won. His
Yeah,
wife,
but
yeah,
that's
she
great.
told me
Who
fucked
better
up.
than your wife?
became
Sees
Miss
you
Olympia.
every day. Get up in the morning.
She lives with him. She lives with him, so,
Cooks
so,
all
so she can stop him from eating. The biggest thing is
Yeah.
going to cheat. So if your wife is there, she'd be like, no.
If you watch them, if
Yeah,
you
but who
watch
knows
them,
his body better than her?
she's a badass. Like she takes care of him. She's
No,
awesome.
she really does. I
here's
coached
Arnold.
my brother, and I know what it's like to live with someone, someone you're family with, and coach them. And I thought about this for a while. I think she's going to be a phenomenal coach because at the end of the day, it's just knowing who you're working with. That's it. And how could you not know the guy that you're with all the time? Over the time, the little things, she's going to figure it out. The diuretics, she's going to figure it out. And when she does, he's going to be amazing. More so than
They see everything. They see the sleeping patterns. They see his whole
Right.
life.
You know what? Dave
matters
Smith
so
said it
much.
right. You know what? Grow up. Stop. Look, we get more fucking criticism on this show and in the comment section than than most people get their whole life.
Yeah, I have Alzheimer's. I'm dead. I'm a loser. I'm no good. Right? Yes. The more negativity, the better it is.
Yeah.
The more negative means you're doing something right. If people say
And I look
something
like
against
Freddie
you.
Mercury, man. I look like Freddie Mercury. Come on.
Freddie Mercury on juice.
But I think
I've been telling you for years, get rid of that mustache. I hate it.
Okay, I think that Samson's wife actually was.
He's starting to look like
bodybuilding
Victor
before
Conte,
him.
John, right?
I think she was.
What's the
before him?
No.
what's the mustache? How long you
You look
have
like-
a mustache?
It's the Victor Conte mustache, but it doesn't
Yeah.
make him look like.
Wait,
Victor
you look like Freddie Mercury. Like I get mistaken for Brad Pitt all the time.
People also said I look like Brad Pitt in Glorious Bastards. That people
There you
said
go.
that too. So
Oh yeah,
they're
man.
all over the place. So
I look like
I take the
Brad
Brad Pitt one. I
look like
Pitt
Brad Pitt.
I'm just
I
used to
think
him with the mustache. I don't think I would be surprised how he would look without it. I
I
can't.
think he would look a lot. I think you look a lot younger without.
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah, I
It
think you
goes
would
with
too.
him. It just kind of fits. The dimples, the mustache, the haircut. I don't know. Just he makes a complete picture.
I don't know what I don't really like mustaches personally. There's a few people that look good with mustaches, but
Samir Banood.
yeah, Samir.
Yeah. Mike
Without a doubt.
Menser. You got it. Somebody.
Menser too. You're right.
Yeah.
Joe Weider.
You know who
know,
you sound like?
Yes, Joe is great.
You know who you
Some
sound like?
guys you have
Bob
to
Yeah,
know
Joe.
about that.
Steve Blackman.
Get the waxer.
Bob Costin.
Come on next week with the wax on it. Wax it up.
All right. I hate C-Bum's mustache. I think he looks ridiculous.
Bob
Yeah.
Okay, if you hate
Guys
C-Bum's
from
mustache, then I'm okay.
That's
Then
an
I'm
80
okay.
porn-star mustache.
Dave gets the most trolling. Dave gets the most negativity on the
Georgie, I got news
comments.
for you. Since
But they're all
started
fans, George. They're all fans. They watch the
I know,
show.
they still watch it, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ignore. That's the key. Look, guys.
All the way back to the freaking forums, all the way back
Right,
to MD,
that's right.
right?
Yeah.
We all did. Yeah, fuck.
So
Where are we going on? Year
Dave,
17 here, John?
Dave, next week
What?
we got to talk about this.
What's that?
My design from Custom Ink got sent back, declined for content.
What's Custom Ink?
Custom Ink is a T-shirt place. And I was getting T-shirts for the.
Wait, your
Okay,
brother
the
owns a
protein.
T-shirt place, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they have 9 colors in them and stuff, and I wanted to get some real quick because they're gonna launch it next week, right?
As a brother who makes T-shirts and he's buying
Your brother
t-shirts.
owns
No, wait, Dave. Let me slow it down and explain to you. The T-shirt has 9 different colors in it, which is extremely hard to do anyway. He can do it, but this company will only do 3 real quick.
Yeah.
But I put on the back of the shirt, I'm gonna call it "Never Give Up" because God loves you. And I got back this thing, and it says Custom Ink
Wow.
standards, content standards. Custom Ink will not print designs that Custom Ink may not print or may require changes to design that. Oh wait, Custom Ink believes that in the power of custom apparel, blah blah blah. But saying the content that my content, if it offends people.
Why
Wow,
would
that's-
God love you offend people?
I put it on the back of the shit.
Because people hate Christianity.
It's
That's
gotta
what
be
it
there.
is.
Yeah.
It could, it's my
It was no specific religion. It just said God loves you. What's the big deal?
right. So never give up.
See if they say
So
anything.
wait a minute.
There's
Back
just
up.
one God
Back
that-
up.
If you put Buddha or if you put Buddha or Allah,
not print the T-shirt because of what your statement was.
I'm gonna. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you the front of the shirt. Right. This was the front.
Answer my question.
I'll tell you in a second. I'll show you the front.
it's
And
hard
I'll
to
show you
see.
the back.
Georgie.
All right. You see that?
Hard to see. It's hard
Yeah.
to see on phone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what?
All right.
So what are they
I'll
protesting?
show you. This is the back.
What are they saying is not good?
What,
I didn't
what is
say-
their reason? What is their reason for not printing the shirt?
Saying my content. Never get. Look
What
at
about
that.
your content? What about it?
Never give up because God loves you. I didn't call them, but they. That's the only thing I can think of until I'm gonna call them on the show. When we go on the show next week, they gave me a number to call that I
Alright.
can call and find because I'm gonna find out. Because what could it be? It can't be
Yeah.
my cut.
All right, that's good. Yeah, we'll call him from the show tomorrow, next
That'll be
week.
Well,
You know,
it's actually hey Dave, that's actually illegal to stream a phone call. Like if you call somebody and they don't know it on the show.
Okay.
That's not true. Radio stations do that all the time.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
it's illegal though. It's illegal though.
No,
Who
it's
cares?
not.
I don't care.
You can
I've
ask
never
them.
stopped this before.
Right. You can call
Yeah.
it.
I got to wrap this up, guys. If you're going to be at the Arnold
When does
Classic
that
this
matter?
weekend, feel free to contact us. Get in touch. I know I'll be there. Sid will be there. Chris Aceto will be there. John, are you going?
No.
I'm going.
Larry will be there.
Right.
Anyone else on this panel going to be there? No.
I'll be there or not.
All right, I got to go. I'm getting phone calls off the hook. I'll be there from Thursday to Sunday. Love to meet up with you guys. Feel free to text, email, whatever. I'll see you maybe at the meet the
We're doing the
Arnold.
play-by-play.
And Armand and King Kamali and Amin will be doing, and I think I forget who else. One other person will be doing the live play-by-play on RX Muscle. If you're home and you want to listen to their commentary, as they always do a phenomenal job with that, that will be Friday night with the prejudging and Saturday night for the finals. It's going to be a great
Wait,
week.
can I ask you a question about the Arnold?
John Hanson going to be there?
Wait, can I
John
ask you,
Hanson will be there. Thank you. Yes. that's
let
it.
me ask you a question about the Arnold, right?
Yeah.
Why did they do the Arnold? You fly out to Columbus, Ohio, where sometimes it snows like I've been out there where it's fucking freezing and snowing. Why would you go out there at the end of February, beginning of March in Ohio, right?
Because they've been doing it for 35 years, Greg. That's why.
Wait, listen. So what? But it'd be swapped. Look, meanwhile, the Olympia's in fucking Vegas where it's hot in September. So why don't you swap? You know what I mean? Why don't you run the Arnold where people go in the fucking, in the winter
It's
time?
it's a tradition. It's just, they've just been doing it for a long
Because they've been doing it for
time.
35 years.
I know. I was at the
We're
first one.
out of time. We'll see you guys next week for another edition.
And never give up because God loves you, baby.
That's why it
Woo!
just got demonetized.